Greetings, I am Aziza, Sacred Wellspring of Sacred Sister Soul. This podcast takes us on an intriguing and historical view into Empress Wozero Menen Lineage, her contributions to the development of Ethiopia, and her guarded and intimate love affair with Emperor Haile Selassie I. This podcast is entitled The Empress Card, Superior of the Ethiopian Empire. The podcast will be in two parts. At the end of part 2, I will reveal some intimate details about their sacred love. Before we delve into the information, I think it is absolutely necessary to define some terms so that you, the viewer or listener, can connect with and understand the information, as well as to know how and why these titles were used. So without further ado, let's get into it. Empress means a woman who is a sovereign ruler of great power and rank, especially a ruling empire. Menen means trustworthy. Walata means daughter of. In Ethiopia, these titles were used before the names of persons, as Ethiopians do not have family names. Traditionally, Ethiopian lineage is traced paternally. Children are given a name by which they will be known. This is done to differentiate from others in the same generation with the same name. Their father's first and sometimes their grandfather's first name is added. Menen Asfar, or Walata Georgis, was Empress Consort of the Ethiopian Empire. She was the wife of Emperor Haile Selassie I. Empress Consort is a term used to identify the position of the wife of a reigning king. She usually shares her spouse's social rank and status. However, she does not share the region's political and military powers. Empress Menen Asfar was married 3 times before she was 20 years old. Her first marriage was when she was 11 years old. By the time she was 20, she had 4 children and was married to the Emperor Haile Selassie I. She was introduced to Haile Selassie I by her uncle Liv Iyasu at his home. Empress Menen was born in Empess, Ethiopian Empire. Her father was Asfar Jantirar of Empess. Her mother was Wozero Menen. Her mother was a daughter of the King Michael of Wallo, and her uncle was Liv Iyasu. It was Liv Iyasu who arranged her meeting with Deshamak Tafari Menkonen. It was Liv Iyasu's attempt to bring Tafari Menkonen to him. Essentially, there were 2 categories of nobility in Ethiopia and Eritrea, the Mesagint and the Mequinit. The Mesafint was the age of judges or age of princes in Ethiopian history of competing between blood regional lords. The Mequinit were officials who had been granted specific offices in the Abyssinian government or court. From the moment Haile Selassie saw Empress Wozero Menen, he was smitten and was impressed with her intellect, character, and friendly disposition. Besides the physical and spiritual connection, and as stated, it was also a political move, as it was a blending and merging of 2 dynasties. Empress Menen Asfar and Ras Menkonen, Haile Selassie I's marriage saw him move through the ranks to become a decimac of Kora Mulatto, which means he was now the keeper of the door, or the gates of Zion, both heavenly and earthly. The decimac is a bridge between the realms of higher and lower consciousness, and is represented by the 2 pillars at the door of King Solomon's temple, Boaz and Jachin. Boaz means in him is strength, and Jachin means he shall establish, the keeper of the door. This ends part 1. Part 2 continues next.